to be in the stage of bliss in soul consciousness, seated on the lotus throne, I go beyond different experiences through organs of the body. Also go beyond the result in form of happiness or sorrow, praise or humiliation. So there shouldn't be any pull of any organ of the body. So that soul can experience super sensitive joy and a blissful stage. Soul in company of God, one who is ever bliss, experience the stage of bliss. Internally, one is very stable, free from all desires, and experience Baba's blessings all the time. Blissful life is the life of blessings. Baba is the one who is incorporeal, comes in the body of Brahma, and sets the example in front of us. A life of discipline, life of principles, and a proper timetable. Brahma Baba was accurate for sleep, for eating, for every action he had to do. So there was no pull of the organs of the body. He ate at the right time, right quantity. So even external discipline helped to discipline the organs, So it's not that there is a pull and we get in the action. So we all also have to follow Baba and create a timetable, disciplines. This will help us to go beyond, to go above, to be in blissful stage. Bliss is very connected with truth, with deep inner awakening and realization, which gives the experience to the soul free from pulls, because soul is free, but subtle bondages of these pulls of body, they are also removed. So I practice soul consciousness, a point of light seated on the lotus throne, taking drishti from Bapdada, also give us that experience of his stillness, deep silence, and vibrations of love and peace.
Om Shanti, welcome to Avyakti Parivar. Today's day 5 Soul Consciousness, a drop of awareness 5 times a day, bliss and Shakti, which is power. Now we'll be listening to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti. Everyone is in bliss, right? That means all is well. Everything is okay. Before we used to say everything is okay. Now we say Anand hi Anand. I am in bliss. Everything is blissful. And I'm sure that all of you start practicing early morning. Amrit Vela must have many different feelings during day, but finally the experience of what is bliss, in which I am beyond emotional uh, imbalances or emotionally going through different things. Basically, it's emotional, isn't it? Something happened, then I get emotional, then there is sorrow, then there is happiness, then sometimes I am lost, sometimes I am okay. So this whole sometimes, which Baba doesn't like now. I remember Avyak Babrada used to say, no sometime, kabhi kabhi, no, all the time. So all the time means blissful. Because we all have enough experience of life in a physical way, whatever is my age, that experience, and spiritually also. We had been on journey for quite a long time. And we have seen different scenes of drama. So we are enough mature and we know that Baba always wants us to be unshakable, immovable, consistent, Mm. And that is what call is bliss. Because every time up and down, move forward, then back, little bit back. Mm. So we have to, I think we have stopped it, but pay more attention if the fluctuation of going up and down is still happening because of that we are driven our emotions by our organs. If I hear something, uh, then I react. If I see something, emotionally there could be reaction. But if we have to be nyara and Baap ka pyara, right? We want to be like lotus flower, untouched, then it is through the sense organs, right? We have to go beyond. Yes, we see, we hear, we there is weather, heat, cold, so many different things which body is affected. But how to remain beyond that influence, that effect, or that pull, help us to be in a blissful state. Renunciation in our lives here is renunciation of vices. So each one of us, we can look at us and now go above battling, battlefield, or whatever, each one of us, we have to pay attention and keep our chart in such a way which Baba says that no sense organ should deceive you. Baba uses the word deceive you because they are supposed to cooperate but not mm, deceive in the sense that overtakes the mind, overtakes emotions. And actually, it could be something very small, mm, but we can make it very big. And as big we make it, then that much we have to remove it. Lot of work, right? So Baba always, I remember, says, you're not children now, right? You have enough experience, you are mature. So deeply within, just decide that I have to be beyond everything. Watch drama, how drama is playing, how everyone is playing part, what's the benefit, and internally then stay in this blissful stage. So to acquire blissful stage is really to become like lotus, where you are untouched. And Brahma Baba, he was watching drama, the drama he was watching and the scenes, some were very serious and challenging, but he was so cheerful. I myself have experience with him. Some very, very, for us, was like serious situations in deep silence, but very cheerful because he knew this scene will be over. It can't stay forever. There will be another scene. Then there will be another scene. So we all have knowledge, but now we have to think about that if I want to experience a blissful stage, I need to go beyond all this and different pools of sense organs. It's very, very important. So smile is not because only scenes of drama will change. Smile also is because I'm a victorious soul. I have to claim victory over my organs of the body. Now, in other different paths, they try to control their sense organs. Their renunciation sometimes is very harsh, very difficult. But Baba made our renunciation so natural. Baba doesn't say don't sleep or sleep on concrete or no, sleep in bed. So, one easy way, of course, is becoming aware of myself as a soul, soul consciousness. And aim to have soul consciousness is really to stay close to Baba so that there can be more remembrance. Baba always says, I'm your father. I'm not going to give you anything difficult to do. It's easy. So when I was thinking of many other paths, they want to go beyond the influence of the organs and they do so much difficult renunciation. They will make body suffer or control it in a way which is not very natural. But for us, Baba says, as much you go into soul consciousness, as much you go into the awareness of yourself, separate from body, soul, renunciation will be very natural and easy. So it's subtle aspects of efforts. And that is why Baba also says that when there is a balance, you are in blissful stage and you get blessings. Baba's Murli, he says. Balance of what? It could be while doing service, remembrance of Baba. Many times even Maya could come while doing service. Why this one? Why not me? Why this? Why this? But that's not service, right? Service is love, respect for each other, and keep increasing your own ability. I always say instead of my wasting time on thinking what I am able to do, not do, I get, why not I keep increasing my vibrations, remembrance of Baba. So Baba will use me as instrument, no? And I was remembering Dadi Janki today as March is coming that one of her specialty was to make us feel our capacities. But I have to become worthy, right? I have to have increase my abilities to become a good instrument, whether I have to explain knowledge, whether I have to, whatever I have to do, keep making it better and better. So it's Baba who will make you instrument, right? Or someone else has to do it if you are with Baba. So that deep balance, because there is always Baba's all children love to do service, right? But not necessary there is equal balance. And when there is balance, you get blessing and you are in a blissful stage. For me in life, I always thought I have to study, I have to be what Baba wants me to do, and then let Baba use us as instruments. So I always felt that it's Baba. Never had this one, that one. They playing their part, right? So why should I waste my time? Why should I waste my energy? So more you see that worthiness I have to create and Baba has to use me, your attention will be so much on self-effort, self-study, self-transformation, that nothing around not only disturb you, but rather you will get inspiration or to keep moving forward. So it's a very beautiful balance of remembrance and service. I know that 7 to 7:30 generally, this long time we had been doing meditation. And for me, that's it, 7 to 7:30. Uh, no one should call. People should know that I won't take phone call. I won't do service. But there are some, that's the time they want to make calls. There are some, they same time they are busy in giving some. But Baba has said we have to meditate 7 to 7:30. I know in Harmony House we do it as a discipline, I don't know now, but that's how it used to be always. So when Baba says balance, the main balance really is of remembrance and service. Then you get Baba's blessings for service. And whatever service you do is more to glorify Baba. And souls will become Baba's children. And so how balance brings blessings, that we have to observe that there should be love, but then there is discipline. Right? And even amongst ourselves, when there is discipline, our love can be consistent because it's a spiritual love. So when Baba says love and law, balance of love and law is what? You love everyone, but you have to be careful with yourself applying law of karma. Because I think laws are for others, right? The laws are for myself and love is for others. And if I am following laws, I'm a good example. So anyone I love, they will also follow because they will be inspired to follow. So, like this, we can look into different kinds of balances. So, then blessings, and that helps you to have a blissful stage. Our stages fluctuate because uh, we always somewhere expect from souls, right? But if I know I belong to Baba, I'm Baba's child, I'm Baba's instrument. I have experienced whole life that Baba is the one who makes you the instrument for service. So deeply within, creating a very, very stable stage. First, we do it even externally, then what is experienced is blissful stage. Because mostly service also is service, but it is the pull also. When there is pull to speak, there shouldn't be pull. That is where I mentioned that how when I look at Brahma Baba's life, it's amazing how much discipline was there. Time for his eating, time for his sleeping, waking up. Everything was so punctual. Not only coming in the class for punctual, but everything he did, it was with a timetable. And we know that Baba had long day since morning, Amrit Vela, until then 2 o'clock when he will finish his lunch, go to rest, and then again he will start contemplation, reflection, then meeting children, then coming at night class. And at that age, he did it, right? Mhm. So everything in a very, very proper way. And that is why when I look at him, mhm, he was mentally until last day, he knew what he has to do. His body was so well until end because of how he directed the energies, energy of time, energy of thought, energy of breath. And he was able to maintain balance between, as Baba said, speaking and silence. Because if we talk a lot, a lot of energy is being used and sometimes is overused. So as much as necessary, talk, but then go in silence, then talk. So balance between sound and silence is very important too. So like this, we look at our life and look at Brahma Baba and understand what are the balances I need to create. So there is not only bliss but also blessings, and both are important, right? Now, from there, then when there is stability, mm, then internally what you feel, I am a Shakti, that is inner strength. We say power, but power depth sometimes comes with authority. Or you have a degree, you have a position, so I have this power. Power generally goes a lot with authority. But Shakti is something which is inner, very pure, divine. A lot of people use word energy, but I prefer to use with word Shakti because you all understand. No? And Baba said you are Shiv Shakti. So Baba does, we don't translate Shiv Shakti, right? So when I remember I am Shakti, because that is the soul is. Soul is light and soul is might, Shakti. Like from purity, Shakti increases. Remembrance of Baba, Shakti increases. So always in soul consciousness, you will feel that I am Shakti for your own self when you have to face situations or do Baba's task as Shakti. With firm faith, no fear. I am Shakti. So it's also very, very important to experience inside and remind yourself, have this thought, I am Shakti, and experience. Tomorrow we will be doing, I am image of Shakti. And of course, immediately as I will say Shakti, the thought will come, I am Shiv Shakti. So remember that when whatever practice we're doing for soul consciousness is to feel myself close to Baba. Very, very sweet and lovely remembrance of Baba. So connect every virtue as a soul with Baba as ocean, Baba as source. So it is not only with your thought or your practice, but it is coming from Baba also with connection, with remembrance. So every day I thought I will talk about it, but I do feel in the mornings or many times during the Lord, very, very deep, loveful, sweet relationship with Baba. Very loveful and also sweet because there's no effort. So soul consciousness really means to coming closer to one who is incorporeal. Yes, it has its own benefit, but one of the important benefit is feeling connected, close to Baba, Bab Saman. Right? So we will practice this and see how we feel. As I said, the main aim really is to experience. And whatever you experience, it stays with you. You don't forget that experience. Even for a moment, something has been experienced. If there is fire and by mistake, uh, even little tip of your finger goes on fire and you feel it's burned, do you ever forget it? So anytime you go near fire, you remember that, right? Oh, I have to be careful. Experience, when Baba said authority of experience, is because it's real. So same is that when I am using one thought, becoming the image of experience, even that quality is innate in me. It's not something new to the soul, but because of body consciousness, we have acquired lot of different weaknesses. So emerging as my own eternal and innate self, we are practicing this one thought per day, so that I can be within a second experience myself as innate quality or eternal self. So we will be practicing our Shakti form. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, and thank you, Sister Mohini. That beautiful, beautiful reflection and clarification of so many things to do with what is bliss. And as I was saying yesterday, that it's probably one of those qualities that we don't consciously practice so much. We might experience it fleetingly from time to time, but we don't really take it up as a consistent practice. So just is that better? Om Shanti. Does that sound better? So, as I said, bliss is something that we kind of hear about, and this past today, and probably going forward too, it'll become one of our building blocks. Remember, we have started with the experience of imperishable, the pure soul, the loveful soul, the peaceful soul, the blissful soul, and it's almost like a little rosary that we are kind of creating with all these qualities. And I love this aspect that this awareness is like a building that we are creating for the future, our personality, our character, everything. And a lot that I think that became very clear that any of these experiences or any of these qualities doesn't just stand on its own, in the sense that it's not like putting on a switch when we sit down to meditate or to create that awareness. It's something that is very interconnected with every aspect of life. And that came across, especially today in this quality of bliss, how, because it is such a deep and spiritual experience, I think it's very connected with many, many aspects of life that Sister Mohini brought up. And so, thank you so much. It had to do with a lot of balance, maturity, right? And different kinds of balance that we would incorporate. So, and accuracy in our actions, and beautifully, because we know that if we do something and if we haven't done it accurately, it's like we always have to go back to it, or something pulls you from the back, right? So, something to watch out for. Every step, every thought, every breath, how accurate we are actually will help us to create the experience. Otherwise, we'll just be practicing and practicing, but the experience will not be there. So, that became very clear. And so today we are going on to the experience of power that comes from the stability that, let me see, that we have created through this blissful stage. Remember, one of the aspects of the blissful stage is to be unshakable, not be touched by anything. And so when we are in that space, we are able to feel, experience power. So tomorrow's practice, I, the point of light, the living being in the center of the forehead, I am a powerful soul. As an image of Shakti, power. And Sister Muni also used this word inner strength, and I like that too. As an image of Shakti, power, I am seated on the lotus throne. So I, the point of light, the living being in the center of the forehead, I am a powerful soul. As an image of Shakti, I am seated on the lotus throne. I was just noticing how before, to locate ourselves as the point of light in the center of the forehead, that would have taken a few minutes. And with this practice, just over the past few days, I think it's becoming more and more an instant practice, right? To be able to locate, to feel that this is who I am. So it is working, yes, and it's working fast. So I am a Shakti is what we have to remind ourselves again and again also. Remember your 5 times or the 5 tasks, but also add on more, especially as you are walking around. And I think automatically and naturally it's happening that we are being drawn to the practice. And the more we experience, as you heard, the more you want to practice also. You want to be in that stage. So that's like a cycle that kind of feeds itself. And again, not to forget that even as a powerful soul, the Shakti form, I'm Shiv Shakti. That my practice of soul consciousness and Shakti form is actually to feel very close to Shiv Baba. Shiv Shakti is the full title that we have. So we always call Baba the Almighty. So to have that connection with him, just like we've had with all the other qualities, the natural attributes of the soul, the same thing with the power. I, the Shakti form, I'm deeply and closely connected with Baba, Shiv Baba. So I think you have a lot to look back at the day and to kind of put a tick mark, right? Oh yes, I was victorious and therefore I felt blissful. Oh, I was accurate in this and therefore it was easy for me to feel that quality of bliss. I didn't feel any pull of any organ. I did it, but I was not looking for any result in my actions. So a lot that we can also look for, and journal and reflect on or check our, chart in terms of how that bliss has carried on through the day. Yes. not only in few minutes, but also it has extended through the day. And I was really feeling that now we are actually accumulating drops of experiences. It's not only drops of awareness, but deep, deep spiritual experiences. So once again, have a wonderful day of being in the Shakti form tomorrow. And we'll see you back. Sister Mohini is around if she would like to add anything, Sister Mohini.
I'm using word Shakti instead of power because, as I said, power sometimes seen more as authority. But Shakti is a very pure energy. And when we say soul is pure, so the energy also is pure energy and it's called Shakti. So keep using word Shakti and see it works in a very, very beautiful way. So I'm sure that you all will have beautiful experiences when any challenges come or task has to be done.
Mhm.
Shakti will be functioning. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, welcome to a Vikti journey from Hababa. In Bapdada's eyes, always combined and deeply loved.
जैसे ब्रह्मा बाप को देखा कर्म करते कर्म के बंधन से न्यारे जीवन में होते कमल पुष्प समान न्यारे और प्यारे इतने बड़े परिवार की जिम्मेवारी जीवन की जिम्मेवारी योगी बनाने की जिम्मेवारी फरिश्ता सो देवता बनाने की जिम्मेवारी होते हुए भी बेफिक्र बादशाह इसी को ही जीवन मुक्ति स्थिति कहा जाता इसीलिए भक्ति मार्ग में भी ब्रह्मा का आसन कमल पुष्प दिखाते कमल आसनधारी दिखाते तो आप सभी बच्चों को भी संगम परी जीवन मुक्ति का अनुभव करना ही है बाप दादा से
ने अपना बना के मुझको मुस्कुराना सिखा दिया। अंधेरे घर में किसी ने हंस के चिराग जैसे जला दिया। किसी ने अपना बना के मुझको मुस्कुराना सिखा दिया। न प्यार देखा न प्यार जाना, सुनी थी लेकिन कहानियाँ। न प्यार देखा न प्यार जाना, सुनी थी लेकिन कहानियाँ। जो ख्वाब रातों में भी न आया, वो मुझको दिन में दिखा दिया। किसी ने अपना बना के मुझको मुस्कुराना सिखा दिया। किसी ने अपना बना के मुझको मुस्कुराना सिखा दिया। वो रंग भरते हैं जिंदगी में, वो रंग भरते हैं जिंदगी में, बदल रहा है मेरा जहां। कोई सितारे लुटा रहा था, किसी ने दामन बिछा दिया। किसी ने अपना बना के मुझको मुस्कुराना सिखा दिया। किसी ने अपना बना के मुझको मुस्कुराना सिखा दिया। अंधेरे घर में किसी ने हंस के चिराग जैसे जला दिया। किसी ने अपना बना के मुझको मुस्कुराना सिखा दिया। किसी ने अपना बना के मुझको मुस्कुराना सिखा दिया।
We always have to be very cheerful, smiling like Baba, because we know Baba is with us. Victory is our birthright. So always, always be happy and cheerful. Om Shanti and good night.